The British Rail Class 66 is a diesel-electric locomotive built in 1998, 2008, 2014 and 2015. Its current operators at the moment are Colas Rail, DB Cargo UK, Direct Rail Services, Freightliner and GB Rail Freight. On the privatisation of British Rail's freight operations in 1996, Wisconsin Central Transportation Systems, under the controlling of Ed Burghardt, bought a number of newly privatised rail freight companies: Transrail Freight, Mainline Freight, Load Haul, and later Rail Freight Distribution and Rail Express Systems. But before that, the Class 47s needed a major overhaul every 7 years, costing over £400,000, yet had an average daily availability of less than 65%, with only 16 days between major failures. To enable it to offer its stating lower pricing to customers, EWS needed to reduce operating costs and increase availability. Placing what was termed as the biggest British loco order since steam days, EWS placed an order for 250 units in May 1996 to be built at the EMD plant in London, Ontario, Canada, at the cost of £375 million, financed by Locomotion Capital, which is later Angel Trains. The first locomotives were ready in early 1998, the fastest delivery of all new locomotive type. The first locomotive shipped to the UK arrived at Immingham in June of 1998, taken to Derby for testing. The second was taken to AAR's Pueblo Test Centre for endurance testing, before shipping to the UK. The locomotives then shipped at a rate of 11 per month into UK via Newport Docks until the order was completed in December of 2001. After uploading, EWS engineers then simply took off the tarpaulin, unblocked the suspension, and finally each was shipped with water and fuel, connecting the batteries before starting the engine and handing the locomotive into service. The ability to simply start up 66ers on the dockside and drive them under their own power to depots to enter service was nothing short of revelation compared with other British Rail locomotives, partially the British Rail Class 60s. Each locomotive is specified and guaranteed 95% availability, aiming for a minimum of 180 days mean time between failures. It is designed to cover 1.6 million kilometres between major rebuilds, equivalent to 18 years service, with each major rebuild costing around £200,000. They were originally called the Class 61. Then they were subsequently given the name Class 66 Shed designation in British Rail Classification Systems (TOPS). Then in 1998, Freightliner placed an order for locomotives. They were followed by GB Rail Freight, DRS, Colas Rail, and Fastline, which later Fastline fell. And now there's only 500 built over a 18-year period, which was 66779 Evening Star, which was delivered to GB Rail Freight in spring of 2016. Due to their ubiquity and having caused the displacement of several other types of mostly British-built locomotives, their high reliability has helped rail freight to remain competitive. Rail enthusiasts label the type the Red Death, as displaced many older types of locomotive, while also acquiring the name of Sheds for the EWS, now DB, locomotives, due to their upturned roof looking like a shed roof, obviously, which the Freightliner locomotives being called Freds as a portmanteau of a freight and shed. Some of its unfortunate accidents was on 4th of January in 2010, when a freight train hauled by 66048 derailed at Carbridge in snowy weather. Due to having passed a signal at danger, the train was derailed at track points, subsequently falling down an embankment into the trees, injuring 2 crew members. While one of the most well-known derailments was on the 5th of July in 2022, when number 66729 Derby County was hauling a freight train that passed the signal at danger again and ran into the rear of another freight train near Doncaster. Thank you for watching this video.
If you see something that doesn't look right,